All right, this is going to be one of those, hey, I screwed up and nobody's perfect videos, and let's see if I can fix it. So I made this platter, and I probably did not anneal it appropriately, and I got a crack. You might be able to see it. I don't know what shows up in video, but across the back here, but you can see it coming out of both sides of the tree. Now, I did anneal for thickness, but maybe I just underestimated that, and so it is time to see if I can fix this. I did not notice this crack going in, so I think it happened during my slump. And you know what? It sucks. So the problem that I face, I do not want to lose the detail of the bird. The only way I can fix this is a full fuse. And if I do a full fuse, that bird's going to spread out and be ugly. You like that? Bleh. So here's my attempt at fixing it. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to love this when it's done no matter what, because it is not what I originally intended to do. But because it's slumped, I'm going to put it back in with a different firing that I've got going, and I'm going to get it flat again. It'll still have this texture because I'm not going up too high, but it'll be enough to flatten it down flat. Then I am going to turn it upside down and fire it to a full fuse face down. The intent there is to hopefully fix this crack. There's so much glass here, and so it may distort the edges, but I'm hoping not. And it'll keep the crisp lines of this tree and hopefully the crisp line of the cardinal. It'll be full fused, it'll be flat, but at least it won't bleh out on me. Then, because it'll be face down, it's going to be rough, so I'll have to flip it and fire polish it, and then ultimately slump it. So several more rounds in the kiln, which is not necessarily great for glass as it can lose its compatibility over time. So I'm going to try it because at this point it's worthless. So let me try it and let's all learn together. So I have a different load that's going in that's going to go to 1375. And so that'll be plenty to flatten this back out again, but it's not too hot that I won't lose all this definition. So I'm going to put it back in for that firing, and then I'll take it in through the rest of them. So stay tuned. Well, I fired it and it still didn't go as I had planned. So my intention, as you remember, was to lay this down flat, but the split continued through here, and you can see it there on the back. But all is not lost. So I'm actually changing now based on this and seeing it come out of the kiln. I'm going to change my approach. So instead of flattening this flat and trying to heal this, I actually like the almost landscape line that you get with that, and I think this is kind of fun and kind of neat. So what I'm going to do now, I need to clean this glass, and then I have some translucent white fine frit, and I'm going to basically fill around the tree here on the bottom. I'll leave some edge here. This with translucent white. Now this is a striker, and I'm putting this in with a different firing that I don't know is going to fully strike this. So two thoughts: if it does strike and it turns white, great. If it doesn't or stays mildly translucent, then it's just going to look like icy snow, and I'm good with that either way. So I haven't used this in a long time. I don't remember what the striking temperature is, but this load is going in at 1375, which may not be enough to strike this. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be happy with the outcome either way. So I'm going to put the frit, kind of just fill this in down here. I will leave this edge clear. I will then dust the entire thing with clear powder to try to keep this tree shiny, and then I will fire it. And once it comes out, that may be it. I may decide to use it as like a little plaque as opposed to slumping it into any kind of plate. So I'll make a decision on that later. But for now, that's the plan. All right, so this came out of the kiln, and it did not turn white, but that frit did give a really nice kind of icy, snowy texture to this, which I think is a nice way to kind of offset. I didn't want to go like a darker green or anything on the bottom down here. I wanted to keep this kind of muted and not so, oh, I don't know, direct. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but so in your face, so literal, but I like exactly what I got here. So I think I'm done with this. What I'm gonna do now, I was trying to decide what to do with it, and I bought this big old chunk of trunk for $2 at a garage sale once. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use one of these pieces of hardware. This is actually a shelf mounting bracket to put on the wall, but I've purchased these for glass. They're in my Amazon store if you're interested in finding them. There's lots of different sizes. You got to know what depth you're getting, or excuse me, what thickness here this accommodates. But there's lots of different sizes of these. There's different colors. You can get, silver, brushed nickel. This is a matte black. You just put some screws in to your base this way, and so that's going to be my plan. Now what you may be able to see in here is that because these are so thick, I put some extra rubber bumpers in there to help with the glass, and then I put these screws will tighten down. There's already a rubber piece on there, so that'll help hold that glass in, since these were a little bit on the thicker side. Right, and here we go. I'm pleased with the way this turned out. A happy accident, I suppose. I would have preferred to have the platter as I originally wanted, but I'm pleased with how that turned out. The kind of texture that I got using the frit on the bottom is just enough, and it's subtle, and it's kind of what I was going for. And I'm pleased. I would imagine this one might sell well for me. I also love just using other decorations in my photos, as you can see there. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.